Can you imagine a world without bees? How would this world appear? Bees, despite their small size, have a profound impact on our ecosystem. Acting as primary pollinators, they are the silent catalysts of plant reproduction. During their nectar-gathering excursions, they unintentionally become pollen transporters, fertilizing plants as they jump from one blossom to another. This crucial process, known as pollination, is indispensable for the survival of numerous plants, many of which are regulars on our dining tables. Foods we savor, like apples, almonds, avocados, all owe their existence to these buzzing insects. Roughly a third of our daily food intake heavily relies on bees' pollination. Now visualize a world bereft of these dietary essentials. Quite a grim picture, isn't it? However, the importance of bees transcends our food chain. They also pollinate plants that provide habitats for other species, promoting the dispersion of berries and seeds, which in turn feeds birds and small mammals. Every element of our ecosystem is influenced by their industrious efforts. From the humblest wildflowers to the grandest fruit trees, the spectrum of plants that bees pollinate illustrates their crucial role in promoting diverse landscapes. Comparable to artists, they use the world as their canvas. In reality, bees are far from being ordinary garden insects. They are our planet's unsung heroes, the quiet protectors of our food supply and the custodians of our biodiversity. Now contemplate the severe repercussions on our food supply and economy if these hard-working insects disappeared. A terrifying notion, isn't it? However, it's a reality we might face if we persist in neglecting the importance of bees. The dwindling number of bees is not just a threatening phenomenon for our food supply, but also a disturbing menace to our ecosystems and biodiversity. These buzzing creatures, often underestimated, are disappearing at a distressing rate that raises alarm among environmentalists and ecologists. Their declining numbers is not merely a local issue, but a global crisis observed across the diverse terrains of our planet, spanning from the lush pastures of Europe to the desolate landscapes of Africa. Let's dive deeper into the causes of this occurrence. The culprits are multiple. Rampant urbanization robbing them of their habitats, harmful pesticides, unpredictable climate changes, and numerous diseases and parasites. You might ask, why should we be concerned? This is why. The significance of bees in preserving our way of life is immense. Bees are unsung heroes, the primary pollinators that keep our ecosystems functioning and thriving. Their decline could trigger a chain reaction, resulting in the loss of numerous plant and animal species, thereby significantly impacting biodiversity. The absence of bees could also degrade our environment quality, inciting cascading effects on other species. A world without bees is not just a dystopian nightmare, it's a looming reality that could arrive sooner than we anticipate. Threatening the very essence of life on our planet, the declining in the number of bees is a hidden crisis that can no longer be ignored. It demands immediate attention to preserve the natural equilibrium of our world. Consider this. Without bees, the yields of bee-pollinated crops would plummet. This could result in extensive crop failures, causing food shortages and skyrocketing prices. The reduction of crops will not only put at risk the ecological balance, but also could cause a potential agricultural collapse that will result in unavoidable starvation. To imagine a world immersed in darkness, a world devoid of bees. It's a reality where the delightful fruits, vegetables, and nuts we cherish have become scarce and high-priced luxuries. The cause? Not logistic issues or demand increases, but the disappearance of bees. The vital pollinators we often take for granted, they have quietly vanished from our ecosystem. This bleak scenario highlights the essential role of bees to our existence. These tiny insects are the lifeblood of our ecosystem, responsible of ensuring the flow and production of almost all of our food supply. Without them, our diets would become monotonous and less nutritious, even worse, scarce. However, the consequences of a world without bees extend far beyond our plates. It would lead to an agricultural disaster with severe economic implications. Farmers and beekeepers who depend on bee-pollinated crops and honey production would face financial downfall. The absence will necessitate manual pollination, causing labor costs for the agricultural sector to skyrocket. Economically, bees contribute with billions of dollars globally through their pollination services, with honeybees alone add over $20 billion annually to US crop production value. Their sudden disappearance could trigger considerable surge in prices and widespread job losses. In essence, a future without bees teeters on the edge of a food crisis. In consequence, humanity will face food shortages, famine, and economic instability. The rising food prices and economic instability could incite civil unrest and social upheaval. This could cause unavoidable looting and riots in desperate looking for food in various regions. People might be forced to migrate in search of food and economic opportunities, leading to population displacement and potential conflicts, even worse, wars. Despite this grim outlook, it's not too late to change course. We can still take steps to prevent this dire future, a topic we'll discuss later. For now, let's acknowledge the role these tiny heroes play in maintaining our planet's balance. To put it bluntly, without bees, we inch dangerously close to extinction. The urgency of the matter is clear. What measures can we take now to avert the looming catastrophe, the potential extinction of mankind? Each one of us has a role to play in this vital mission to save the bees. You may ask, how I make a difference? It begins right at your own home. The act of planting bee-friendly flowers is not be diminished. It's a significant step towards ensuring our survival. Bees are drawn to houseflowers such as lavender, sunflowers, and wild roses, and can find nourishment in your garden. When you cultivate these in backyard, you're essentially establishing a bee food station, supplying them with the vital nutrients they require for survival. However, it extends beyond merely planting the right flowers. It's an urgent call to establish a pesticide-free sanctuary for these buzzing warriors. Pesticides, a significant contributing factor to the decline in the bee population, impair their navigation and reproductive abilities, posing a threat not only to them but also to our survival. It's necessary to adopt organic alternatives to manage pests in your garden. Remember, a healthy garden is synonymous with a bee-friendly garden and ultimately human survival. Now, it's to escalate our action. Support local beekeepers, the unsung heroes maintaining the balance of our ecosystem. By purchasing local honey, you are actively contributing to the survival of bees and extension humanity. On a broader scale, we should advocate for policy changes that safeguard bees and their habitats. Lobbying for stricter regulations on pesticide use or the preservation of wild spaces where bees naturally flourish is a crucial step that could secure our future. We should use our voices to influence those in power, ensuring our world continues to be a sanctuary for bees. Let's not overlook the importance of education. By increasing awareness about the significance of bees and the threats they face, we can inspire others to join our cause. Knowledge is not just power. In this context, it's the power to humanity. The future of the bees, and thus the future of our world, lies in our hands. We have a responsibility to not let ourselves down. Let's make a proactive effort to ensure these hardworking creatures continue to buzz around, pollinating our plants and maintaining the balance of our ecosystem. Without them, our world and ultimately our existence would be gravely at risk. So will you remain passive as the bees disappear, or will you intervene? It's about time we understand that we are not simply observers of this global crisis. Of us has a pivotal role to play, a transformation to initiate. There are numerous ways we can contribute, however small they may be. Planting bee-friendly plants, minimizing the use of destructive pesticides, or simply raising awareness about the significance of bees can lead to a difference. It's not merely about saving the bees, it's about preserving the equilibrium of our ecosystem, our food chain, and our very survival. Share this video, let's magnify our voices, let's create awareness, and let's rally others to join this battle. We possess the power to alter this narrative. It's not just about the fate of the bees, it's about our fate. Remember, each action is crucial. Together, we can rescue the bees and secure our future. This is your call to action. It's time to rise to the challenge and effect change. Now safeguard our future, protect the bees, save humanity before it's too late.